What's up, guys? ZRUS here, and I've got a couple of requests to go over some of the things that I've done to my shotgun here. This is a single shot H&R Pardner 12 gauge shotgun. Just a little single shot break action. You can see this is unloaded, but mainly pertaining to how I mounted this red dot. But I've had a couple other inquiries on how I've done some of the things that are on here, and actually what's all done to it. So that's what I'll be going over in this video, so stick around and I'll show you around this little shotgun. Alright, so first off, the obvious thing that you can tell what I've changed on here is the stock and fore end. And this is basically the stock and fore end here whenever I first got it. And somebody had already cut down the stock and the barrel already. They cut the barrel down to 18 3/4, and then they cut the stock down. I guess maybe they were trying to get it to a youth size or a home defense size. But so I went ahead and changed that out. My son wanted to have something a little more cool, so I got him something with a pistol grip on it. This works out good for me because he can shoot this easier with the pistol grip on it, and for me, trying to build a little survival shotgun, it has storage space in here, which I'll show you that here in just a second, but it has a little door that opens up, and I have shotgun adapters that I can shoot any caliber that I have the adapter for, and it works for him because he can shoot, or my daughter can shoot, the smaller calibers that don't kick as hard. And then the fore end, of course, has some storage space up here as well. Again, works out for me because of that, and works out for him because now it's an all black shotgun, so it's really cool. But on the sling here, this is just a typical Walmart Winchester sling that you can buy. I think it was like 12 bucks. On the fore end, how I mounted the flashlight, and this is just a cheap Amazon flashlight mount with just another flashlight I had laying around. This is just a Magpul spare rail that I had laying around off of a foregrip, and it's just 2 screws here. And in the inside there, it has a nut for each screw that you just screw onto there. And that's how that's held on there, and you can mount whatever you want on there, a laser or a flashlight. On the other side here of the shotgun, which I'm not too much of a fan of just yet, but this rail here used to be a 5-slot shotgun rail, shotgun shell rail. I don't really like it. It holds the shells in there decently, and I've cut them down to individual ones for each one that had a screw in it, because I didn't want to have 5 rails on there. But the problem with this is that you can actually pry it outward and take the shells out like that, which basically means that they could get knocked off of here, which so I'm not too much of a fan of that. And this is all still going through testing and trial and error, so I'm going to look for a better set of rails up front to put 3 up there. On the back here, I got a Allen Company buttstock shell holder, and it holds 3 on the, well, I've crammed 3. This is a rifle pouch, but I've crammed 3 shotgun shells in there, and now they sit in there nicely. And then I can hold however many shells I want to put in there. I got buck and slug in there right now. That comes right off. You can take that right off there just like this. Which now you can have access to the buttstock back here, which holds my adapters. And here, I'll show you. Oh yeah, it also has a cleaning kit in there. But here's the adapters that I have for it. And I just keep them on a modified shell holder. And I got 9mm, 38 special, and 410 in there right now. And then I got 2 slugs in there. So that's pretty cool for that. The 9mm and the 38 special rounds and the 410 make it easier for my daughter to shoot whenever I start teaching her exactly how to shoot, and get her comfortable with recoil right away. It ain't gonna be so bad as using 12 gauge, of course. So versatility in this thing is really awesome. I'll go ahead and get on down to how I mounted the red dot. Alright, I go over how I did this ring and how you mount this on here. Real quick though, I got a couple of marks on here, and don't follow my steps on this, but when I had to grind off the 2 side rails that were on either side of this, and I did it when it was on the shotgun, and I slipped off, and you get to thinking you're real Johnny, I'm good with tools here, and I slid right off of there, and apparently I'm not that good with grinders. So make sure when you grind these rails off of here that you do it when it's off of the shotgun. But how the fore end comes off here is you just take this screw off here, and then you just pry your fore end off. And now the thing with doing this is having this Choate Industries fore end on here actually is going to help out a lot whenever you go to mount this on here. If you have a standard fore end, you're going to have to do some modification on the inside here to make it clear this this mounting area. And if you can see, it's not going to, that's how much you're going to have to grind off of there in order to get that to fit on there. So, because I already had this Choate Industries, fore end, this mounting area actually sits inside of this pocket right here. And I guess just to quickly go over this Choate fore end here, these foam pads don't come with this thing, and this is about 15 bucks. And you can see mine's all cut up and chopped up. I got holes all over the place on it, so I'm still trying to find out where I want things on this. And my plan is just to buy another one of these here in the future, just because they're so cheap. But what you're going to have to do on this ring here, and again, you can buy this off Amazon for about 15 bucks. You're going to have to grind this off, these two rails that are on either side. And this is what it used to look like. This is on my Mossberg Maverick. And this would be the top end here. And it just slides on to the mag tube or the barrel. And then you just tighten it down with these two Allen keys here on the side. So for me, what I did was I had to clear this lug here on the bottom. So what I had to do was file this open more so that I can get a screwdriver in there to pry it open to fit it over this lug here. And being whatever material that is, it opened up and I was able to just knock it down onto here. And then I tightened it down, and then, like I said, my mistake, I went ahead and started grinding these rails off while it was on the shotgun, and I slipped off and kind of knocked the barrel, but not too bad. I can touch that up later on, as well as this. I have to put some paint on it. But that's it. This works as my rear sight. This ring does with these rails here, and I'll show you here a little picture of that. So here's a little sight picture. And that's the ring there, the top rail, and that up there is actually an automotive hose clamp. But don't be fooled by the redneck ingenuity here. This setup actually works pretty well, and I can use that to put the shots on target with no problem at all. So until I get things set up to where I want them, got to put some a front rifle sight on there, but that's just a temporary fix up there, and all that does is clamp on. Doesn't move at all, actually. Alright guys, so that's me and my son's dirty little shotgun project here. And I hope that helped you out as far as how to mount this rail on here. As far as if that moves around at all, no, it doesn't. Now granted, it is just clamped on there, but it's done a pretty good job of staying steady and not moving around at all. And then as far as the automotive hose clamp on the front there for a front sight, that doesn't move around at all either. But again, it is just clamped on there, so I wouldn't take it into battle or anything like that. But this is our dirty little shotgun project, and it's not done yet. It's gonna might do some Duracoating later on or something, put some nice little paint job on there or something. But that's it in a nutshell right now, and that's what we've done to it so far. Hope you guys enjoyed, and for any references on this, any questions about it, or as far as the adapters or the stock goes, I have videos on all this stuff here, so check my channel if you got any questions about the adapters, or if you got any questions about this stock. So that's it guys, we'll catch you next time.